Morning, YouTube. Marvin here. Having another coffee and a pipe chat sort of deal. I'm smoking some OG Frog Morton in my Dagner Dublin. Love this pipe. It's definitely my favorite, I would say. That or maybe my little aroma poker that you saw in the last video. I was debating when I'm having coffee and decide to have a pipe. It's hard for me to decide whether to, because part of me really thinks aromatics, sweeter blends, go good with mildly sweet coffee. So I have this debate pretty much every weekend for about 5 minutes. I stare at my tobacco stash and kind of decide what I'm in the mood for. But I have to say, a lot of Kia blends, in my opinion so far, pair really well with coffee. So I think the aromatics do as well, but I think the somewhat bitter taste, or not bitter, but it's not sweet really at all. Whatever that flavor is, kind of goes well with coffee, which is kind of bitter. But I'm definitely trying to find good pairings to go with tobacco. Someone I saw the other day, someone was saying that Dr. Pepper goes really well with pipes, which I'm not a huge Dr. Pepper fan, but it kind of makes me want to try it. In fact, I think I saw a couple of people say that in videos, that one of their favorite drinks to pair was Dr. Pepper. So I'll try it. I'll let you know. Speaking of Dagner, I don't know if any of you guys are on the Instagrams, but they were posting stuff. They're on their Denmark trip at the moment, and they over at the Danish pipe shop, it looks like they unveiled their Generation 2 or Series 2 pipes this morning. I have to say, they are some attractive looking pipes. I don't need another pipe. My fiance would probably definitely tell you that. But I want another pipe. So, whenever those come out, I might just have to spend a little fun money and get me one. I haven't decided which one I like the best, because I likely only get one. I'd love to collect the whole set, as I'm sure we all would, but probably have to just be one, so you gotta make a choice. I'm really happy I got one of these Dublins though, because it doesn't look like they're doing a Dublin in this series. So if these were to be the first and only, I'm happy I got one. Although I guess by the fact that I think this was like the last pipe they had left over from that first run, so I guess maybe these didn't sell as good. And I honestly, like I said, I guess in my unboxing or whatever, that this wasn't my first choice when I saw when I was looking at pipe shapes. The Dublins didn't really speak to me. And somewhere in there, I don't know what happened, I just kept looking at them, and I love it now. I think it's one of my favorite shapes. I think it's just attractive in some way. I don't know why. Which brings up another video I saw this week, Stutter. They were did a couple videos last week, and they were talking about what is better or worse. The thing is, which is worse, which is I forget the acronym they use, but like compulsively buying pipes or compulsively buying tobacco, like which is worse. And I think I would say tobacco, just because at this point I'm like, oh, I need another pipe, you know, to smoke aromatics out of, or I need a pipe, you know, I've kind of gotten to where I'm dedicating certain pipes to certain tobaccos. And I've got a couple of cobs, but you know, eventually those will burn out. So this being the mind of someone with a new hobby who, you know, is okay spending a little bit of money. I'm already thinking ahead of like, when my cobs burn out, they'll need a replacement. So I'll have to get something for those. And you know, but I think it's fun to have, you know, different tools to use per se. However, as I'm acquiring tobacco, I slowly am getting the feeling like I'll never be able to smoke all of this. It's too much to like maintain. I gotta make sure. In fact, I haven't done this yet, but I probably need to rehydrate some of it. But yeah, it starts to feel kind of overwhelming, and I can understand why now, when people are just offloading tobacco and sending it to other YouTube pipe presenters, because it seems like everyone's got so much tobacco they don't know what to do with it, so we just kind of send it around and kind of spread it out. So I'm slowly kind of feeling like that's becoming my experience. But that's a good problem to have. I don't think it's a big problem by any means, but it does get to be troublesome for me. And if nothing else, it makes it harder to choose what to smoke. And I haven't even really scratched the surface. There's still a lot of blends that I need to try. Not necessarily brands. I mean, there's plenty of those as well, but like for a vapor, for example, I haven't tried yet. I did kind of want to try some like just singular like Cavendish blends, just to kind of do the science thing and sort of pick out, you know, kind of determine what each of those bring to the table. So when I'm looking at blends, I go, oh, well, this has X amount of this in it, so it probably, you know, has this characteristic, etc. So still lots to do, lots to experiment with. It's raining here today, kind of a departure from last weekend when it was sunny and awesome and warm. Today it's kind of cold and rainy. But anyone in Texas, pretty much, doesn't matter where you are in the state, we all pretty much need rain, so I ain't mad at it. I feel like this is sort of doing a video kind of a la Smoking Grandpa Bones. I could watch him talk for hours probably. In fact, I think I did one day. I was just going back in his videos, because each of his videos are about 20 minutes long. And I was just catching up, looking at ones that sounded interesting based on the subject. So, shout out to Smoking Grandpa Bones for all his videos. I think I was also watching Stuff and Things, and he was saying, and this was how I kind of felt when I started doing this, and I hesitated to do videos like this where I'm just hanging out and talking, because I was like, well, no one's going to want to watch that. Like, I don't have anything interesting to say, really. And I was watching Stuff and Things, and he did a video, and he kind of mentioned that, and he's like, I didn't feel like anyone would want to sit around and watch me smoke a pipe, but then I realized that's what I do pretty much every time I get on YouTube. So To anyone out there with a YouTube channel, it's like, just go ahead and do it. You know, you might as well try, because that's what got me to want to do these. You know, I just watched videos of guys shooting crap, smoking pipes, and it was interesting to me. So if I found it interesting, seems likely someone else would find it interesting. Talking too much. Pipes going out. Anyway, I didn't have a whole lot to say today in particular, I guess. My fiance and her mom are out doing some dress shopping for the bridesmaids, or bridesmaid, her sister. So I had some time to kill, hang out, have some man time, as it were. I might do another video today though, here in a little bit. There was a thing I wanted to review for you guys that I'm quite enjoying that is pipe related. So I might do that while I've got the time to do it. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday, either productive or relaxing, or neither. Yeah, have a good, have a good Saturday, and we'll see you soon. Adios.